Hi, my name is Bob Dumichel, and I'm here today to introduce the CEO Roundtable program that serves Santa Maria. My goal is to give you a 50,000-foot view of the program so you can decide if you'd like to learn more about the program. This will be fast, short, and to the point because I know you don't have any time to spare. So let's get to it. A CEO Roundtable is a meeting of 10 to 12 non-competitive CEOs that explore the business and personal issues that are unique to the CEO role. The role of the CEO is unique in that it has no peers within the organization, and the roundtable helps address that. The CEO roundtable gives the individual a place where they can get independent, unbiased peer feedback in a confidential setting. This is key to the personal development of a CEO because the level advancement in your thinking only happens when challenged by peers, and internally, CEOs do not have any peers. CEO roundtables extend the network resources of the CEO with trusted and confidential connections to peers. Many members consider their roundtable as a second board of directors, or more properly as a board of advisors. The program has 5 tables in the region and 2 are in Santa Maria. Beyond the members of your group, the program directors can also help connect from table to table, greatly extending the members' reach. Let's take a few seconds to talk about our history. The first tables were formed in 2005, and both of the initial groups are still active today. Our program is based on a program in Milwaukee that I belonged to before moving to the Central Coast in the mid-90s. The Milwaukee program has been running since the 1950s and was adapted for the Central Coast business community. The initial program was made possible by a public-private partnership of Your People Professionals, the Santa Maria Chamber of Commerce, Softtech, and a CPA firm which is today known as Caliber Accounting and Longcrayon Associates. Today, all of these are still sponsors and members of our program. The Santa Maria area has 2 tables, both of which have been active for several years. Ours is not the only program in the region, but we are the largest. Another active group in the area is called Vistage. Their meetings are a half day and are consultant led. Ours are 1.5 hours and a self-directed group. Our belief is that in a room full of CEOs, the last thing you need is more leadership. Vistage's cost is 3 times our annual cost, but in fairness, theirs is a much more extensive program. Let's move on. Critical to the success of the program is assembling a room full of peer CEOs, so there are qualifications for membership. The member must be the top-level executive in the local business unit and must hold hiring and firing authority and P&L responsibility for the business unit. Typically, we are looking for leaders in businesses with more than 20 employees, but we do consider applications for fast-growing small businesses. Next, they must agree to keep the meeting confidential. We do not keep meeting minutes, recordings, or any formal notes. There is an expected confidentiality between the members. What is said in the meeting stays in the meeting. Groups can waive confidentiality on an agenda item subject to approval by the entire group. Otherwise, you can expect that the meeting is strictly confidential. You also need to commit to attend at least 75% of the meetings. The value you get from a roundtable comes from the relationships built, and they are built from the time invested in the meetings. A CEO's time is a critical resource, and there's no such thing as free time on their schedules. Calendars are the nemesis of the program, but without the time commitment, you will get no value from the program. Members, not program directors, members control the group membership. A new member must get 100% yes from all the current members before an invitation to join the group is extended. The most common reason for not extending an invite is a competitive overlap, but any member can block a prospective member with or without cause. Lastly, the group can and do create additional rules unique to their group. So why do 50 plus CEOs on the Central Coast spend their time and treasure each month to be a member? Well, there are many reasons to belong, and here are a few of the common ones. Better insights because you get to see how your peers process the issues discussed. Knowing how a diverse group of business leaders react to your business communications can be a huge competitive advantage. Leaders have to move groups to action, often in the absence of authority. Your roundtable is one of the very few places that this can be practiced without a huge risk. Roundtables are, by design, diverse groups of highly successful individuals, and from that diversity comes smarter thinking and better decisions. We get better from our differences. What is amazing to many people is just how similar the issues are in very different businesses. Peer network connections are difficult to build, and CEO roundtables build them. It takes time, but it happens, and many consider the connections built in the roundtables among their most valuable. There are many stories in the program of calls between members when one CEO is struggling with a critical decision. An independent view from a trusted third party can be exactly what you need and exactly when you need it. This brings us to the goal for this presentation. We want to build the next Santa Maria CEO Roundtable by May of 2019. We need to find 12 to 14 CEOs interested in being part of this journey. So, are you interested? Great, here are the next steps. Fill out the application form at our website at c3ceo.org and let's get the conversation started. We're not looking for any secret information or commitment at this point, just an expression of interest. To make running the program possible, we do have an administrative fee of $300 per year. Our meetings rotate through the members' conference rooms, so if yours can seat 10 or more, you will be expected to host some meetings. I would like to thank you for your time considering the CEO Roundtable program today. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Josh or myself. Josh is the current program director, and I was the program director for the first 11 years of the program. I provide backup to Josh and when his schedule gets jammed up, and either of us will be glad to answer any questions you have. Thank you and have a great day.